Shalom, brothers. Now, I'm a newbie to this stuff that I'm about to talk about, but I want to ask y'all. I want to talk about your nationality. What's your nationality? What do you think is your nationality? Now, a whole lot of people are waking up now to their true nationality because most people didn't realize their true nationality at first, but now they're realizing it. Now, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the Bible. I know a lot of people, when you talk about the Bible, they don't want to hear that. They're like, "Whoa, no, the Bible. Oh, he's a Christian." Which Christian? All Christian means is you're a Christ follower. I mean, I'm not a religion. I'm not a religious person. I'm not in a religion. The Bible is not about religion. People should start researching the truth. You know. Now, a lot of things are going on in the world, and I know people can't really find that time to research like that. You know. I know a little bit about what's going on. I'm not saying I know everything, but I want to talk about your nationality. Now, I'm going to talk about Hebrew Israelites. Now, most people may not know about Hebrew Israelites, but in the Bible, it talks about a people, a 12 tribe, a nation of people, which they fail to mention nowadays in our society because they don't want you to know who those people are. Now, the Jews, they call themselves Jewish, and Ish is a suffix meaning, it's pertaining to. So if you're Jewish, that means you're not Jew. You wish you were Jew. Now, in the book of Deuteronomy, it tells you that Deuteronomy 28, Deuteronomy 29, verse 68, and the Lord will take you back to Egypt in ships, by the way of which I said to you, you shall never see it again, and there you shall be offered for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. Now, even the Bible talks about this. Now, what people came over in slave ships? So-called African Americans, so-called blacks, because this jacket is black. I'm not black. I'm brown. Now, I'm not running. I'm not trying to escape the fact of being black. That's not at all what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to show you how dummy down and ignorant our society, is today because of these leaders and these rulers. Now, it clearly states in the Bible that we were going to be brought into Egypt a second time, because the first time was the Exodus when we came out of Egypt. Now, this Egypt actually means uh, bondage, and we got brought back over into Egypt again, which is bondage. The slave trade and everything. Now they tell you that blacks sold blacks, but that's not true. Those blacks over in Africa that sold those were Hamites, and they sold Hebrew Israelites. So there's a difference. You can research everything I'm telling you. I mean, you don't have to take what I say, for facts, even though it is. Now, like I said, so-called African Americans, Jamaicans, like the West Indies, and all those places, Native Americans, because the Bible talk, they're part of the 12 tribe of Israel. You can research the 12 tribe of Israel. So-called Hispanics, like Mexicans and stuff, you can look that up too. They're part of the 12 tribe of Israel. And yeah, so that's what it is. People don't realize it. Like the so-called white man, he's Esau. He's from Esau, the seed of Esau. White people are not white. You know, I mean, I could show you white. This is white. That's white. They're not white. Their blood showed through their skin, and blood is red. You know, at least our blood. But yeah, and their blood is red because it shows forth through their skin whenever they like make an expression or get happy, anything like that. So that's another misconception. You know, a misconception for deception. He try to deceive us. Now that time is coming because it did prophesy. The Bible prophesied that we would be in slavery for 400 years, and that time is about up. And if you look around you, you can see that all hell is breaking loose out there, and people don't realize what's going on. Like and the Bible tells you everything. You just have to read it, and I mean, but there's a lot of brothers though, so out there like GMS and the whole and I mean, I'm not saying I follow these groups, even though because sometimes I really don't like how they like like bash each other and stuff and talk about each other. But the work that they're doing, is they're doing the Most High's work. Now, like I said, I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not a prophet or anything, but so I'm not gonna touch on certain things. But I will touch on like the main and basic stuff like being a Hebrew Israelite and and the 12 tribe of Israel and you know and people may disagree with what I say, but if you research it, you're gonna realize what I'm saying. And the truth of the matter is, if you don't want to realize what I'm saying, and if you act like you don't get what I'm saying, or if you start hating and stuff, I mean, reason number one, you're probably sold out, and trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Reason number two, you're probably already halfway, in the pit, and I know what I'm talking about. And I mean, there's a whole lot of reasons why most people don't believe. I'm not saying you have to be sold out to not believe. I mean, a lot of people are in their little secret, societies and stuff. That's why they don't want this word to come out. So I can understand that, you know. So those are the people, that mostly they're like the big scoffers and stuff, even though you have our people that don't want to listen to wake up to the truth. And it's so obvious, it's right there in the Bible, you know. But this is just the first part of the video to what's your nationality, you know. I wish I could expound more on certain things, but I'll try to do better in the next video. Shalom.